They say the Baobab tree remembers. It remembers the footsteps of warriors whose names have turned to dust. It remembers the lullabies mothers sang when the night felt too heavy. It remembers tears that fell unseen into dry earth. And above all, it remembers promises. Pause. Long before peace touched the plains between Zaria and Oyo, before markets reopened, before children crossed borders without fear, there was war. Not the kind that begins with shouting, but the kind that grows slowly, quietly, passed down like an inheritance. Fathers taught sons how to sharpen blades. Mothers taught daughters how to endure loss. The air between the two lands always felt tense, as if even the wind chose sides. Between them stood the Baobab, ancient, immovable, wide as memory, its bark scarred by centuries. Its roots are deep enough to hold secrets no elder could recall. It stood on neutral ground. No battle cry was ever raised beneath it. No warrior dared stain its soil, even hatred bowed to its shadow. And it was there. That love took root. Zainab was born during a thunderous season. The elders said it meant she would carry strength in her spirit. She grew up inside high clay walls, painted with symbols of her ancestors. She wore flowing indigo garments embroidered with gold thread. Silver bracelets rested gently around her wrists, not as decoration, but as a reminder of lineage. Her father, General Haruna, was a man whose voice could silence a crowd without rising above calm. His armor was layered leather and iron, his turban wrapped tightly, a symbol of command. His presence alone was enough to steady soldiers before battle. Zainab admired him, but she also feared the hardness war had carved into him. At night, when drums signaled troop movements, she would stand by the courtyard lanterns and pray quietly for peace. He no longer believed possible. She learned herbal medicine from the village women, learned which leaves cooled fever, which roots soothed pain, which flowers restored strength. While others prepared for war, she prepared to heal it. Across the plains in Oyo, the rhythm of hammers striking iron shaped daily life. Adeyemi grew up beside fire. The forge glowed bright orange at dusk. Sparks leapt into the night like restless spirits. His father's voice was steady as metal cooled in water. A blacksmith must shape iron with patience, he would say. Strike too hard and it breaks. Strike too soft and it bends wrong. Adeyemi listened. But every time he shaped a spear, he felt the weight of what it would become. He longed to craft tools that tilled soil, blades that harvested crops, locks that protected homes. Yet orders came, and iron obeyed. As did he. The evening they first met, the sun bled across the horizon. Zainab's sandals brushed against dry grass as she searched for rare medicinal leaves near the border. She knew she should not wander so close, but the plants grew best near the Baobab, and something about that tree had always drawn her. When she saw him, she froze, a stranger beneath sacred branches, his sleeves rolled back, arms dusted with charcoal, hammer rising and falling in a steady rhythm, not shaping a spear, a farming blade. He looked up, their eyes met. Neither reached for a weapon, neither stepped back. The silence between them felt alive. "Are you afraid?" he asked gently. "Should I be?" she replied. He studied her clothing, her posture. "You are not from here." "Nor are you." A faint smile touched his lips. The wind shifted, and the baobab leaves whispered overhead. The next evening she returned. She told herself it was for herbs, but her steps carried purpose. He was there again. This time he was not working. He was waiting. "Why do you come here?" she asked. He looked at the horizon before answering. "Because here, no one tells me who to hate." The honesty startled her. She lowered her gaze. "I was taught the same hatred," she admitted, "and yet you stand here." "And yet I stand here." Pause. They began speaking of small things, childhood games, harvest festivals, songs sung during planting season. And she described the Durbar procession, horses adorned in vibrant cloth, warriors riding in disciplined rows beneath fluttering banners. He described the Egungun festival, masked dancers swirling in layered fabric, believed to carry ancestral spirits through the streets. Different traditions, same reverence, same pride, same humanity. Weeks passed, their meetings deepened. He showed her how metal glowed before cooling. She showed him herbs that stained fingers green. One evening, as twilight wrapped the plains in purple light, he spoke softly. "My father says war is necessary. My father says the same. Do you believe it?" She hesitated. "I believe fear makes men call destruction necessary." He looked at her with quiet awe. "You speak like someone who has seen too much." "I have." The wind moved between them, slow, heavy. "I do not want to fight your people," he said. "I do not want to bury more friends," she whispered. Their hands brushed accidentally, neither pulled away. Above them, the Baobab stood still, listening. Then the drums grew louder. War scouts confirmed movement along the border. Smoke from burned farms darkened distant skies. Adeyemi's father received urgent orders. Forge more spears, more blades, faster. Adeyemi's heart tightened. Zainab's father prepared mounted units, armor polished, horses fed. War chansar practiced at dawn. The world narrowed, and beneath the Baobab they met with trembling voices. "If I am sent to fight," Adeyemi said, "and I stand across from your father—" "Do not finish that sentence," she whispered. He swallowed. "If war demands it, what will you choose?" She stepped closer. "I choose what is right." "And if what is right costs everything?" Her eyes glistened. "Then let everything be the price." The wind surged suddenly, leaves rustled violently, and beneath ancient branches they made their promise. "No matter what war brings, I will choose you." Their palms pressed against rough bark. The air felt charged. Some promises awaken more than hope. Days later, Adeyemi uncovered a truth sharper than any blade. Hidden documents revealed forged land claims. Trade routes were manipulated, years of hatred fueled by one elder's greed. The war had been engineered. Before he could expose it, a scout saw Zainab near the border. Rumors ignited. The elder struck first. "Your daughter dishonors you," he told General Haruna. When Haruna confronted her, his voice was not angry. It was wounded. "Tell me you have not betrayed us." She held her ground. "I have met him." "Why?" "Because he is not my enemy." The word struck harder than an insult. "He is Oyo," Haruna said coldly. "He is human," she replied. The silence that followed was heavier than steel. Adeyemi was captured at dawn, beaten, bound, dragged before assembled warriors. The elder smiled thinly. "Execute him beneath the Baobab. Let the tree witness loyalty." That night, Zainab walked alone. The moon hung low. The Baobab cast a long shadow. She placed her forehead against its bark. "If this tree remembers promises," she whispered, "let it remember mine." Lightning tore across the sky. Thunder answered, but the tree stood firm. Morning came. Two armies faced each other beneath ancient branches. Adeyemi knelt, weakened. General Haruna raised his sword, and Zainab stepped forward. Gasps rippled like wind through grass. "If you kill him," she cried, "you protect a lie." Her voice cut through the tension. She revealed the elder's deception, the forged documents, the greed, the manipulation. The elder attempted to flee. He was seized. Soldiers murmured. Confusion spread. Hatred faltered. Haruna's grip loosened. For years, he had fought in honor. Now he saw dishonor. Adeyemi collapsed. Zainab caught him. "Stay with me," she whispered urgently. His voice was faint. "I chose you." Tears fell onto dust. Haruna looked at them, at the tree, at his warriors. "For too long," he said slowly, "we have fought shadows." He lowered his sword. One by one, weapons fell. Silence replaced drums. Peace did not roar, it breathed. Adeyemi survived. Not because war was merciful, but because the truth was louder than fear. Years passed, markets reopened, children crossed borders without suspicion, and beneath the Baobab, weddings were held, shared harvests celebrated. Elders would say, "Never make a promise beneath this tree unless you are ready to change the world." Because it remembers. It remembers war. It remembers love. And it remembers the day a promise ended both. Pause. The Baobab still stands. Its roots are deep. Its branches are wide. Waiting, listening, remembering.